time to take your final.
Hello guys, and welcome to another video, and today's video is episode 2 of my kingdom world. So as you guys can see, number 1, I have a new skin. I decided to get more of a pink skin to match with the cherry blossom themed world. So yeah, I might end up changing my skin again, but so this is just for now. But I do have a good amount of things to show you guys, so let's just get straight into this episode. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you guys is I have a law book now. So if you guys seen my first kingdom world, then you know that I had like a law book and all that kind of stuff of all the different laws that you would have to follow when getting into my kingdom. So this time I have the same thing, but it is different. So the law book, number 1, no killing animals or pets, because it's mean, it's rude. Number 2, no breaking builds. If you do, you have to fix it. That basically just it is what it says. Like, no, you can't break no builds, you can't do any of that kind of stuff. And if you do end up like even accidentally breaking a block or something, you have to fix it. So yeah, and no spawning any mobs, no spawning endermen, skeletons, any of that kind of stuff. So yeah, but then it also says you can make your own builds. So like if you want to build something, you can put your belongings in the guest house, that in which is a new building that I'll show you guys in a little bit. So yeah, and I'll explain it. And it says, please read the next book. This is the second book, and it says, to enter Sakura Kingdom, you must agree to the laws and agree that if you break them, you can be punished by imprisonment or death. So yes, the name of this kingdom is Sakura. I think I'm saying it right. If I'm not saying it right, I'm very sorry. But I'm just gonna stick with Sakura because I think that's how you say it. But I looked up some like generated names and all that kind of stuff, and I felt like Sakura was a really good one because of like all the cherry blossom trees and all that kind of stuff. And my last kingdom world was Azalea, and so I wanted to, you know, have another name for this one and make it special to this world. So yeah, and then it just says please sign here, and then once you signed it, if you do sign it, it says welcome to Sakura Kingdom. So yeah, this world finally has it. And so now let's get into the new builds. So if we go this way, as you guys can see, there's something new already. Here, oh, I broke some. But over here is my greenhouse, and here is a time lapse of me actually building part of the greenhouse. I told you guys in my last video that I will be doing some time lapses of me building the builds. Just like I said in the last video, I don't film the entirety of me building it because that would just take way too much space, because it obviously does take a good amount of time for me to do these builds. And then especially when I do multiple builds in between videos, and that's what I'm planning on doing in the future. And so like having like 4 different 30-minute videos, and then on top of having to film this, would just be way too much storage taken up on my phone. So I just kind of, you know, time lapse a certain part of it, and then I just build the rest, and I'll show you guys in the final video. So yeah, so that was me building part of the greenhouse. As you guys can see, it is made out of pink glass, and it's kind of this like circle kind of shape. And I have the little sign here that says greenhouse. I have these yellow doors because I felt like they kind of gave like greenhouse nature vibes. So yeah. And it's pretty basic. There's not a lot to talk about. I have all the different plants here, and I have the soil surrounded by water so that the plants will actually grow. Um, so yeah. And here I have melons, I have beetroot, I have pumpkins, and I have torch flower, and then it's the exact same thing on the other side. So yeah, so honestly not a lot to talk about, but it's pretty cool. And I will be checking in. It does look like the torch flowers have been grown, and the beetroots have also grown in, but the rest, the melons, the pumpkins, and all that kind of stuff still haven't grown in yet. So I'll be keeping an eye on it. But it seems like this is starting to grow, so that's good. But yeah, that is the greenhouse. Not a lot to talk about, but I definitely wanted one in my world. So yeah, on our way to the next new build, here is the guest house. So I wanted to make a house where guests can live, and all that kind of stuff for people who are staying a bit more permanently, or people who would just rather, be in a house. So yeah, here is me building it. So yeah, as you guys can see, a lot has, obviously been done and changed in between that. But yeah, so here's the house. I have some little flowers in the front, and then there is these sides where the door is, and I have some of the leaves and some vines right here, and I had the same thing on both sides. Sorry, had a little intermission there, but yeah, I have some leaves on the front and some vines, and then if you enter, here is how it looks on the inside. So as you guys can see, I have some windows, obviously, a little plant, a wall lamp, a chest where you can put your belongings, a little table, a shelf, a bed, a clock right there, some more lamps. Same thing on this side. I have a couch, and then hold on. Here's the TV. I accidentally broke it while redoing the house, so yeah. But it's, it's just a TV, and then I have some bookshelves right there. If you're wondering, this is just, hold on. That is just some cherry log, and then you just skin it. I don't know the right word, so I'll just say skin. But that's just what the walls are. At first, they were the cherry wood, but I actually found out and remembered that you could actually strip the wood. That's what it's called, stripping. That you could actually strip the wood, and I liked the walls being different than the floors. It gives it a bit more dimension and all that kind of stuff, so I changed it. Oh crap, I forgot to do this wall. I guess I have to redo that. But it's just like a little basic house for people to be able to move in. And what I meant by you can, bring your belongings into the guest house is basically like if you have a furnace, if you, have any of that kind of stuff, you can put it in here and basically make it your own house. And obviously like 2 people can live in here as well. So, yeah. So that's why I just kind of have like the bare necessities in here, just like a couch, a TV, a bed, a table, a chest, because whoever lives in here is kind of meant to put their own stuff in here. So yeah, I really like how it came out. It's a nice little house. I did finally learn how to do the roofs right. I messed up right there. But I finally learned how to do these type of roofs, so that's nice. So yeah. Moving on to our oh, that lag. I'll keep the head down so that you guys can't see it just yet. But on to the last new build, and then we have a couple of new little, differences to show you guys. Here's the new build in 1, 2, 3. This is the library. And if you guys can't tell, this is a stack of books. This is like a big old book, and then this is a smaller book. It's really cool. At first, I saw this kind of like modern type of house, and so I started building that. But then it kind of started resembling like books, and so I decided to just go with that. And so I made sure that they, looked. Oh, I made sure that they looked like books because it makes sense because it's a library. So I felt like that was really cool. Also, the reason why the library is like so distant from everything else, it's because like the guest house and the greenhouse is all kind of together, right? Like it's all pretty close to, like, all of these buildings are pretty close to each other. And I didn't want my kingdom to be really small. Like, you can literally see the guest house coming out of my house. You can see the greenhouse coming out of my house and all that kind of stuff. And I just don't want it to be like that. I don't want everything to be super compact and all that kind of stuff. And so to kind of, start making things a bit bigger, start giving things a bit more space, I made the library back here, and that also makes it to where I can, do little things like ponds and all that kind of stuff and trees in between the buildings as well. So I just wanted to give, all of the buildings a bit of breathing room instead of having everything kind of close together. So that's why it's all the way over here. But as you guys can see, it's made of pink concrete, and I have some vines growing. I have some moss carpet all around it. Coming into the library, here's an enchanting table, and then it's just a whole bunch of bookshelves, some candles, some amethysts, some lanterns, all the regular stuff that I put on the shelves. And yeah, and then a nice little window. Not much to talk about. A little azalea plant. It's not really much to talk about. It's a library. But then there is a second level that you can go up to. Same thing with the moss grass and all that kind of stuff. This is where you can chill out. If you're not like renting out a book to go home with or something, you can come up here and then like chill on a sofa and just read and have some alone time. I knew that if I was going to make a library, I wanted to make like a little chill area where you can sit and actually read the books. It's pretty basic. Some candles, flowers, lamps, table, some more flowers, carpet, and another window. So yeah. Personally, I love it, and I love how they turned into books, so it makes it just really cool. And that is the last like big build. Now on to small little details that I've added. I've added a bit more of some cherry blossom trees just around some of the blank places. So yeah. On the light poles, I've started putting like little signs, and so I have the library is this way, so that when you're walking on the path, you can actually know where you're going if you just look up on the things. I also have it right here where it says the entrance is this way. On this one, it has the greenhouse is this way, and then over here, the greenhouse is this way. And I'm just going to continue doing that as I start building more. Just, little detail. Moving on to my house. Not much has changed. Instead of having the signs like I did on the ground, I now have them on the hanging signs. So this is the guest bedroom. This is the bathroom, guest bedroom, storage. So yeah, that's basically it. And then I finally put the pool in my backyard. I know you're wondering, what the heck is this? Basically, it was really hard. I had to figure out how to fill this thing with water because I filled, like I put the water on the edges, but this middle part like was still empty, I guess. So I literally had to build up and then have water come down like this. Hold on. I literally had to have it like this to fill up the water and then do this to literally fill up the water, and it's not like fully good. Like this part still kind of caves in. It isn't full, but it's pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, so I just kept this because I wanted to show you guys how I was able to do this and all that kind of stuff. I am gonna add some more to the pool. I'm gonna make a little border for it, maybe even a little thing where you can like jump off and then dive into the pool and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Oh yes, I also forgot to show you guys this. I made a little flower, like flower stand. It's just a whole bunch of flowers and some pots, and then I have a whole bunch of. That lag was crazy. A whole bunch of azalea bushes. So yeah, it's pretty cute. So yeah, so that is it for this episode. I have literally been on Minecraft every single day for the past like week or so, especially. And I'm really loving it. I'm really having fun making all of these builds and just seeing them work out so well. It's just super awesome. Also, I love how I have a kingdom name for this now, Sakura Kingdom. So yeah. I looked back at my old kingdom world and I saw how I had my law books and how I had named the kingdom, and so I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do it for this one. So I have my laws and I now have the name for the kingdom, Sakura Kingdom. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Next time there will be a couple of more new builds for me to show you guys. But in general, I hope you guys like this. Stay tuned for the next episode, and I'll see you in the next